As more people than ever can't pay their loans, are behind on their bills. The FDIC is ready to shut down banks all over the place. We're giving unprecedented powers to the Federal Reserve. They're trying to block auditing the Fed and the Senate. So much going on, so much relevance to talk about. And what's the media still focusing on? Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Didn't you love the Thriller album, Bermas? I did love the Thriller album when I was 8. I mean, come on. Let's grow up. Let's be adults. And let's take some final calls. Ken in Nebraska, you're on the line. Yes, Ken.
For Alex. Here in Nebraska, a lot of things that Alex talks about doesn't seem like it doesn't apply here, but we do have the Nebraska Army National Guard building here in town, and I drove by there almost every day, and I've really never paid any attention. But the sign out front has been changed. It used to be a chemical division.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the 192nd Law and Order Detachment.
Oh.
Now,
so what do you think, that they're getting ready for some civil disobedience? Some troops on the street?
Certainly looks to me like it. I mean, martial law's coming, and they know they're going to have to need something to enforce it.
Well, I don't know about Nebraska, but our last caller from Wisconsin, they literally ruled in local state government that it was okay for police officers to put a GPS on somebody's car, track and trace them, and that's not stalking. They don't have to have probable cause. They don't have to have a warrant. It's okay to just track and trace somebody you think is a criminal. So to me, this country has gone to hell, and they are integrating troops into our lives more and more. Remember, they're here to help us. The National Guard's here to help us. And I saw them out on July 4th weekend in New York. I mean, there is no shame anymore, and they want a police state, and the way to do that is to do it incrementally and start bringing in the National Guard, which the people are somewhat accustomed to seeing during a disaster, to see on a regular basis. So keep your eye out and give us updates. I thank you for the call, Ken. Let's go to Josh in Michigan. Josh, you're on the line.
Hey, what's happening? What is happening, Jason? Great show.
Thank you, brother.
Okay, I got a couple things I think everyone can benefit from when talking about our cause.
Mm-hmm.
First is we have to appeal to the wants and desires of human beings, and here's how we do it. I'll get right into the meat and potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking to someone about any topic, you tell them, man, I'm so happy to be talking to someone who's actually can understand me.
Mm-hmm.
Because out of everybody, only half of the entire world is capable of understanding us, and only half of them can even follow or even desires to understand us.
Mm-hmm.
They're only dealing with 25% of the entire population.
Mm-hmm.
So for me to be talking to you right now is a great blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go from there on to any topic. Believe me, the people will be much more open versus just coming right out.
I agree, man. Listen, you need to, the way I always do it is I feel somebody out first. Let me give you an example in these final couple minutes, and I thank you for the call. I am in the local bar, the only bar in my town in Fort Plain, and I'm there because my buddy is waiting to get his jacket. He's borrowing a jacket for this wedding. We're going, it's a Thursday afternoon, and I sit there and I start talking about the chief of police situation that I discussed earlier. And from there, all of a sudden, I'm talking to this guy about the police state and the shadow government, and he knows about some of this stuff, but he doesn't know about all of it. So I say, hey, I've got a copy of my latest movie in the car. I'll go grab that for you. I go grab it for him. Turns out, he's the photographer at the wedding. So I see him 2 days later, and he grabs my arm, and he's like, man, that movie was incredible. I can't believe that. I had no idea about the majority of that stuff. And I admire what you're doing, and you just keep on doing it. And he gave that to his friends, his family, and they're watching it this week. So you can have an effect. You can open minds. You just need the tools. And the tools are to be a human being, folks. It's the Alex Jones Show. Go check it out at InfoWars right now.